yeah, if you land in a home and you can see data like what are your top earning songs, what are the plays by source. You can see information on how your catalog is performing in different DSPs. You have shortcuts to self-report gigs, tours, Q sheets. Q sheet is when you sync musical work into an audiovisual work. Then you let us know that this happens through a Q sheet. You can also organize your repertoire with the songs and see all the information. So if you have like 10 songs or 100,000 songs, you would see them here, and you can go into one song, see all the metadata, so all the international and national codes. You can see who are the composers, the shares of those composers. You can see who are the publishers, sub-publishers, for what territories. For this song, you can also go and see the earnings of this song by country, by digital platform, by type of usage. You can also see how this song has performed in terms of plays in different contexts. So TV and radio, digital, live, and finally, also, you can see all the recordings that we have in the database that are linked to the musical work. This is very important to collect properly on the digital landscape. There are many DSPs or UGCs, user-generated content platforms, that are very ISRC driven. ISRC is the code for the master, for the recording. And it's very important to have as many recordings that exist on a musical work to be able to collect better. So we pay a lot of attention to that as well. And the registration of the works is very easy. You can do it through the platform. You can add one song if you're an independent composer.
Yeah.
You can add full catalogs through CWR. We are CWR enabled. Or if you don't have CWR databases, then you can use the CSV template that we provide. Then you have like an overall view of your catalog performance on music usage, and you can see like a summary, but then you can go into digital, see how it's performing for the last 12 months with Apple or Spotify or whatever platforms your music is on. And then you can see the territories where it was used. And you can get a lot of information as well that we provide, extremely granular information. So specify, for example, if the usage of your music was not only in Spotify and how many of those, but how many of those in Spotify family, premium, freemium, because it's obviously very different, the monetization that you get from the works, if it's premium or if it's freemium. So it's important for our clients to understand all this information about the use of their catalog.
Yeah.
Also to make informed decisions, other business decisions that maybe do not relate to copyrights management, but obviously if you know that your catalog is performing really well on freemium Hungary, maybe you know that you probably should target certain type of festivals of young people that use more freemium or this type of business decisions. And then obviously you have all the information on the financials. That's very important. That's what we do. We look after your catalog, we collect the money, and we show you where this money comes from in terms of like earnings by type of usage. And you can see all the reports. You can see like summary reports, but you can see also full reports with every single line. So if you have like a billion usages, in the DSPs or UGCs, you will have a file with a billion lines, basically containing every single usage that we've identified, which is also quite unique in terms of granularity of information that we provide to the clients. And finally, as I said, like you can self-report a lot of information so that your client manager, because all of our clients have a client manager that knows the catalog, knows the needs, knows the specificities of this catalog management, then your catalog manager will know exactly if you have a tool or not, and then we'll connect to the different departments of the company. So the live collection department, the digital department, etc., etc. And finally, that's a bit like only to communicate with the platform in case there's like any mistake or any error. So that's in a nutshell what we've built and what we've been doing for the last 5 years operationally. We have many case studies, many examples of this type of growth that we've delivered to our clients. As I said, like 400%, 500%, sometimes even 16 times growth in terms of the collected revenues for our clients. And we do this combining technology and professional management and taking good care of the catalogs and the artists that we represent on their copyrights management. And that's our formula. And as I said, like 5 years ago, we were preaching here in Primavera Pro what we were going to do.
Yeah.
Some people believed us, some people didn't. Now we are explaining what we've been doing, and all the success that we've been delivering to our clients, many of whom are very happy to endorse what we do. So yeah, if you are interested, if you are a copyright holder, publisher, composer, please come and talk to us. Many of our team members are here. Our director of operations, Irene, she's the boss of the metadata. She knows everything you can know about codes and how to manage copyrights. We have client managers here as well, Carlos, Nerea, as a representation of our team. So please reach out and come over, and happy to explain and resolve any questions that you might have.
I- I'd just like to know all the people that you feed you this information that you like data compose and digest, no, for your users, your artists. Is is everyone getting on board with being super transparent, like Spotify, for instance, no, with the amount?
Yeah,
Because obviously, yes, they can say how many listens, but
absolutely. There are many, not many, but there are several ways of auditing these. We are part of the international collectives that basically make sure that the information that is shared by the DSPs is correct. The DSPs have to share the same information to many players. So it is not easy to play with the numbers because there are many different parties that could compare, or, and you can compare the masters with the publishing. Yeah. So there are different ways to make sure that the information that we receive is correct. We have a very good relationship with the DSPs. We have global deals of collections with YouTube, for example, with Beatport, with TikTok, that we collect directly the publishing rights globally for those platforms. For all the other platforms, we collect at least pan-European, direct. That means no intermediaries. That means speed, better tracing, better reporting, more money flowing. That's a big also, and big kudos to our licensing team that managed to ink all of those deals that are improving every year. So yeah, I think that that's one of the many ways that we have to check out that information is correct. We also use world leading technology to track usage of words in broadcasting. For example, there's an amazing company, the world leader, which is Barcelona based, lucky for us, which is PMAT. They do auditing of broadcasters' catalog usages, and they help us as well to enrich metadata with ISRCs, and we use them for that. We use other players as well to enrich the metadata that we have. Metadata is like the data attached to a musical work. That is what you need to be able to claim properly for the usage of the works.
well, I mean, you work globally,
Yeah.
so how do you support clients across so many countries and with such a large catalog of works?
Yeah, we specialize actually. One of our massive, I would say, advantages is that we work globally. So we have out of the more than 900 clients that we have now, they are from 30 different countries, and we serve them in many different ways. Some clients grant us the rights collection in Europe only, for example, because they are maybe in Latin America, maybe they are in the US. We have US clients that use us for Europe, but then we have European clients that use us worldwide. So we have all the deals that I was telling you about in the digital world, but then we have more than 100 deals with other partners for the offline collection in other countries.
Okay. And can you share like a specific example of one of your clients that you've managed, no? Like how they've managed to grow their publishing revenues significantly since using your services?
Absolutely. I mean, we have a very good case of an endorser. I cannot disclose the numbers, obviously, of our client, but as he states, he's very happy. But I can disclose actually, for example, really good example of what we can do. In December, we onboarded one of the top producers in Portugal that, like Alice in Portugal, he produces for many, many, many bands, and he obviously has shares on those works, which is Bruno Mota. We started collecting for him in January. After a quarter of collections, after 3 months, we increased by 400% the money that he was receiving from digital from the previous, first quarter of the previous year compared with the first quarter with us. It was a 400% increase. Obviously, he's delighted, and I can disclose that because he basically disclosed it himself in Instagram and other platforms. So obviously, it's a checkable information. So that's a good example. But then we represent independent publishers from all over the world that we support them on increasing their digital revenues, especially worldwide.
Because like your strategy for growth, usually that you go for independent labels that usually have a harder time.
We are 100% independent.
Mhm.
I'm thankful that you mentioned that, because it's something that differentiates us as well. So we represent many writers that have deals with majors maybe, but we represent the writer share in these cases. And then we represent a ton of independent publishers. So there are no hidden agendas. No, it's very transparent. We collect, we distribute. Distribution rules are very, very clear as well. So I think that that's another added value for us as well. The serving the independents, especially in the current context where the services available for independents are sort of narrowing down because
Yeah.
of the consolidation in the market. So we're very, very proud of being a good alternative for that, for the independents.
Well, thank you very much, Jordi. Very interesting. It's always
Thank
nice.
you. Thank you for having me. And thanks for coming over. Cheers.